Hello, hello. Happy Monday. How are you today? I'm so excited to share with you some tips today, some social media tips, because in today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down roughly about 5 tips to really help you become more attractive online, to start attracting people to you rather than turning them away. Now, by attractive, I do not mean like a pretty face. That's not at all what I mean. But when you think about when you're building online, when you're trying to brand yourself online, really trying to set yourself apart, set yourself above the noise of what's like in your space, right? What you want to think about is to really start getting people more engaged and to be more attractive, people coming to you, okay, rather than turning them away and turned off of your page. So I'm going to be breaking down 5 tips that you can actually implement today that you can start working on your either personal page, fan page, or both, depending on what you have in place right now. So hello, welcome. If you are building on social media right now, by a show of likes, if you are building and utilizing social media right now today, smash the like button or comment me below. I'd be curious to know who is currently intentionally building their business online. So if you are joining me live, make sure you say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from below. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag the word replay. And I'd love to go back and give you a shout out later on when I come back to this. But let's break it down. So again, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I can never remember what I did because it's always so busy, especially with 2 kids and running around. We actually finished up our last Christmas yesterday. I know it was like totally dragged out, but I can't do it all in one day. It drives me crazy. I get super overwhelmed. So we kind of spread it out and enjoy the season. So we wrapped up our last one yesterday. It was really, really nice to get together with family once again. And I'm actually heading out later on in the week to go to an awesome workshop with my team. So I wanted to give you some things right now today, kind of mapped out the new year. I don't know about you guys, but I love just the whole thought and concept of a new year. 2019, it's a fresh start. You guys know I love Mondays because it feels like the new year to me as well on a Monday. It's a fresh start. It's a new week. You know, we can learn from our past week and move on and put things in place for this upcoming week. So, all right, let's dive in here. So in today's episode, here are the top 5 tips that I really want you to focus on your personal page or fan page. Okay, so tip number 1, I want you to clean up your page. By cleaning up your page, I want you to actually look back at at the last 10 posts that you have done on your personal page and or business page. And I want you to kind of look at those 10 posts. And I want you to think, is this a really good representation of me? So when you have somebody brand new that comes across your name, maybe you're engaging in a group and somebody's like, wow, I really like that person. They really gave me some valuable advice. And I want to see what they're up to. I want to know who this person really is. And they're going to go click on your name. They're going to be curious. They get onto your page. What do you want to be known for? What do you want to stand for? Are those last 10 posts, is that really giving you a really good showcase of who you really are and what you're all about? I know I was really, really guilty of this. I primarily use my business fan page, but lately what I'm learning is I really want to try to utilize a fine balance of both my personal page and my fan page. That'll be another topic on the pros and cons of each, but I really believe having a fine balance of both is really, really essential for growing your business online. So you do want to make sure that you have certain things in place. So you want to make sure, you kind of break that up and know what you stand for, what you're posting about. Every single post should actually be really, really intentional. You don't want to just post everything and anything. If you have posts that are always sharing other people's content, that's good once in a while. It's great to be sharing other people's content, but that doesn't really give a really good glimpse of who you are. So if you are constantly posting, YouTube videos and other people's quotes or anything like that, if I scroll through, I'm not going to be able to get an idea of who you really are. So I want you to think about that and vary that content. But when you're posting that content, be super intentional and think about, is this content how is it helping the audience that I wish to help? Okay, so think about, you think about the 80-20 rule, and the best advice I can give you is on your personal page, the 80-20 rule would be like 80% of, lifestyle. They get a really good idea of who you are. Maybe 20% would be more about like promoting your product. I never mention the product name or the company I'm with or anything like that. It's a lot of curiosity posts. Now, on the flip side, on a business fan page, the 80-20 rule kind of works like this. 80% will be more geared towards education, giving people value, motivational stuff, and then maybe 20% will be your lifestyle and promoting your opportunity again, okay? So that way they get a really good idea of who you are, and they kind of get into your world a little bit. People like that. People want to know who they're doing business with, because again, people don't join a company per se, okay? People, when they join you, they're joining you, okay? You are essentially branding yourself, not your company. So you want to make sure that people can get a really idea of who you are, who they're going to be working with. They want to be able to know, like, and trust you before they even buy your products or join your opportunity. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to be, you might notice when you jump on somebody's page, it gives a little short bio. And what you want to do is you want to fill out that bio. So you want to make a really nice, short, specific, get as specific as you possibly can, a short, specific description as to really what you stand for and what you're all about. So sometimes I see people say some things like, health advocate, traveler, wife, mom of 2, things like that. I've even gotten even more specific. So I will show you real quick. I can share this with you. Okay, and sometimes, so if you take a look at mine here, okay, I just have a simple background. It's actually got a quote, and the quote says, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Okay, that kind of stands for who I am and what I'm all about helping people to kind of like take that first step to aspire to fulfill their dreams and desires and all of that. And then I have a warm, inviting picture, okay? You want to make it a picture of your, and actually that's tip number 3, a picture of yourself that's warm and inviting so people know who you are. But before I jump to that, I want you to really focus more on the description part of this. So I have here, okay, I teach people how to grow businesses, let's see, with our proven systems and social media strategies. Trying to read that backwards, it was not happening for me. Okay, so you want to make sure you have a really short, concise, actually Facebook won't allow you to have a longer bio or description, so just make that as simple, concise as you can. So when people jump on your page, like, oh, this is what she does, very cool. If they want to learn a little bit more about what you do, they can scroll through. I have, like I said, I am just starting to be a little bit more intentional with my personal page as I am on my fan page. So I'll be adding some links and linking that over to my fan page as well. So that way people that are interested can go at their own leisure and click on the link to my fan page to get more information if they'd like. So tip number 3 is going to really take a look at your profile picture as well as your cover photo picture. So like I mentioned before, okay, I just have a picture of myself. Remember, this is Facebook. I see people sometimes that have pictures of their pets, their dogs, their cats, or which is great, that shows that you really like that particular thing, but they don't get to know you. They don't get to put a name to a face. So especially if you're being intentional with building your business online, I would really highly encourage you to pick a picture, a warm, inviting smile, something that is kind of like close up. It's not too far away, so people can get a really good glimpse of what you look like. You look friendly, somebody maybe that they want to work with or get to know a little bit better. And then as far as a cover photo, okay, like you can do something like this too, a pretty background with a quote. I actually quoted somebody else, but it's always nice too if you have your own quote, to be your own person and to quote something like that. I've seen other things that work really well are, bright cover photos, maybe some place that you aspire to travel to, if you're a beach lover or you're hiking in the mountains or something like that, something that really showcases, again, who you are, kind of like what you like, okay? Now, the thing that I don't want to see on your personal page, or your fan page for that matter, is a cover photo of your company's name or your company logo or a link to your website that you have with your company. And the thing that I see with that is, okay, now if you have somebody that's curious that jumps on your page, or if you are engaging with that person in a group, or if you've ever friend requested somebody, what might happen, what do you think would be that person's first immediate thought when they click on your page and they see that? Okay, they're gonna think, oh, well, that's the only reason why that person reached out to me. That's the only reason why that person wants to have this conversation with me, is because they're a part of this thing, they're a part of this company, they're trying to promote their products, and that's the only reason why they're talking to me, okay? That, again, is linking, you wanna brand yourself, you wanna brand you. So get that off of your page. You want people to be joining you, not your company, okay? So that is tip number 3. And also, too, I've gotten friend requests from people. The more I am more visible online, the more I'm growing, on my fan page and things like that, I'm getting more and more friend requests. And if I happen to get a friend request in and it has no picture or no cover photo or anything like that, I don't accept anybody. Like, I will look at and see if it's a friendly face. If it's like, oh, it's somebody that seems like it'd be cool to get to know, I will jump on their personal page and I'll go through the last 10 posts, just like I'm telling you to do. I go through their last 10 posts and I'm like, well, is it somebody that is like pitching their opportunity and links all the time? Is that all they talk about? Because that doesn't really give me a good indicator of who that person really is. So I will not friend request those type of people. So that is tip number 3. And again, number 4, if you take a look, again, I still have to set mine up, but it does have, like your education, your past work experiences, things like that. It doesn't have to be crazy in the bio, like you can add to it. But if you do have a link to your fan page, that is a perfect place, or a website, that it's a perfect place to link people to that other place for them to go at their own leisure. So that is tip number 4, is linking to pages to get them to, if they're looking for that type of information, they will click on there and they will follow you on that page. So tip number 5, this is the last tip that I'm going to give you, but you can actually, let's see here. Okay, you can actually, if you click on somebody's personal page, you can actually see, their photos right here. And there's actually a way you can go in there and edit your photos. You can even just do a quick Google search, or I can hop back on another live and show you how to do that myself as well. But you can actually, they give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures right here. And if you go through and edit the pictures, you can hand pick and select the best pictures that best showcase who you are. So if you've been a speaker or at your company events and you've spoken on stage, or you just have some really awesome lifestyle pictures or team pictures, again, not giving away the information of where you're at. You shouldn't have a logo behind you that says like who which company you are with or anything like that. But you can showcase, and if you do it that way, you can actually pick up to 9, I believe it's 9 pictures, if you go through and edit them, so that way you can hand select. So when people come on your page, again, it's a little photo gallery of a glimpse into, this is me, this is what I stand for, this is who I am, okay? So those are my top 5 tips for becoming more attractive on your personal page, fan page, whatever, but you wanna make sure you take a really close look at that, because this will make or break your business. Like I said, if they jump on and they see something that is linked to your company or products, or you don't have a friendly face, or you don't have a picture at all, or you don't have, anything like that, you could be missing out on a huge audience of people that are specifically looking what you do have to offer. So you want to make sure that you have that in place if you are growing a business intentionally using Facebook. This can even carry on to other platforms as well, as far as your profile picture, your cover photo, your short little bio, all of that stuff. So pay close attention to that. And last but not least, I want to give you a bonus tip. And a lot of people do not know about this bonus tip, but it is something that I would pay attention to. So the last bonus tip is to, under your settings in Facebook, you actually want to go in and hide your friends. Because if you're building a business online and you begin starting to network with all these people, and all of a sudden you get all their people in your same network or the same type of industry that are building online, they can easily come through and swoop through your friends list and add them all as friends, trying to, like, people are pretty shady sometimes. I gotta, it's sad but true. People are shady like that sometimes. So what you wanna do is hide your friends so that way they cannot see them. That's actually an option under your settings. So you wanna make sure you take a look at that. So that is the bonus tip that I have for you today. So hopefully that helped to get you on the right start, as far as, especially if you're brand new to building online, or if you've been doing this thing for a long time and you're not getting the success or not feeling the success as fast as you'd like, or you're just not maybe hearing crickets on your posts, or whatever that might be. Make sure you definitely go through, watch this video. If you're just hopping on, watch it from the beginning, go through the tips, and make sure you take a look at your page and evaluate how things have been for you, and really start being intentional to how things are looking, and really be really intentional as to what you're actually posting about. And also, utilize Facebook stories. So if you have little things, tidbits every now and then, that doesn't really have to go on your personal wall, but add that in a story. Okay, people love stories, people love video. So that is all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you found value in this video, comment value below. I'd love to know your thoughts and your top biggest takeaway from this, maybe that you didn't know that you're going to implement starting today. So I'd love to hear that. Share it with me below. Share it out. Take a friend. Share this to your teams because they need to hear this. So many people are trying to build online and they just don't know where to start. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Have an awesome week. Until next time. See you later.